Joining us from Chicago, Illinois is Jojo. Now, Jojo is an 18-year-old high school student who says he has already experienced more heartache than most adults experience in a lifetime. You see, 5 months ago, Jojo's mother, Latavia, passed away. Her dying wish was for Jojo to finally figure out who his biological father is. Now, as you're about to hear, this has been a sad, discouraging journey for young Jojo. Watch.
5 months ago, I lost my mother. It was the worst thing that ever happened to me in my life. My mom was my ride or die. She was everything to me. My mother always told me that there was a man named Carlos who was my father, and I believed her. But last week, I took a DNA test, and I found out that Carlos was not my father. It made me feel devastated. When I was thinking about my mom, I remember that she told me that there's a possibility that a man named Andrew could be my father. He was never there for me, and he never even bothered to get a DNA test done. When my mom was alive, I met Andrew, but he never got involved with my life. I was surprised when I found out Andrew was willing to take a DNA test. Right now, I feel so confused, and I miss my mom. I'm hoping that Andrew is my father, so I don't have to be alone in this world anymore.
So Andrew is here, and we're going to meet him in a moment. But first, I know, Jojo, that your mom recently passed away. She was very close to you.
My mom, she meant the world to me. She made me feel like I didn't need nobody but her. She made me feel special, and I still hold her to this day.
You have her ashes around your neck.
Yes, I do.
She had one wish before she died, right?
The wish was for me to find my dad so that we could both find some happiness together.
And so the first name she came up with was a fellow named Carlos. He was tested. You all were tested together, and it was proven that he was not your father. What was that like?
Maury, I was told really my whole life that Carlos was my father, and when you searching for someone whom you think is your father, it's always going to be a journey. It's a hard search. It was very hard for me to hear those results.
But then apparently your mother had mentioned another man, right? Who was that?
The other man, his name is Andrew.
What did your mother tell you about him?
She told me that, they were a little young, and you know how teenagers are. They're a little fast and stuff, and she was telling me like there was a possibility that it could be Andrew if it wasn't Carlos.
And so how did you connect with Andrew?
Last summer of 2021, my mother actually contacted him and let him know, yeah, it was her.
So she first contacted him. Then apparently after your mother died, you and Andrew lost touch, right?
We did.
How come?
Honestly, I'm still looking for answers also.
You're upset that he didn't do more to find out the truth.
I am.
What happened when you tried to reach out to Andrew after your mom passed?
I typically wasn't getting a response, but I didn't know whether it was like a number change. Like, I really didn't know. At first, I thought it was just that I was being ignored or passed up upon, and it made me feel like I really had nobody, I was just here, and I had no mom no more. Didn't have the person whom I thought was my father.
So here's the thing, never being in this position, did you ever think that your life would have been different if your father had been in it?
Yes, I do. I think my life would have been very different. Growing up, there's a lot of things that a young black male, especially a young black male, needs. It's very repetitive in African American people's life to not have a father. It's very important for us to grow up with one.
You give a perfect reason, Jojo, for why we do these shows on paternity. Whether you're black or white or any other color, everyone knows that if two parents are in a kid's life, that child has a better chance at life than with just one parent.
it's way better to have the two instead of one.
You think you look like Andrew?
It's like looking in a mirror.
I'm going
Look
to
at the eye. Look at the nose. Everything is the same. That's my dad.
What would you want to ask him?
I want to know why. Why didn't you do anything when you found out? I just want to know why he wasn't there. When my mom passed, that was the worst thing ever. I just really wish that he was there. I can't stress it enough. It was hard enough to be 17. To be 17 losing my mother.
I can tell right now you're tearing up. Why are you emotional about this, Andrew?
I'm very emotional, Maury. Coming from a person who grew up without a father, I know it's very hard to grow up without a father. I never wanted to do this to any of my kids, you know?
You knew Jojo's mother, right?
Yes, sir.
Did you know she was pregnant?
Actually, Maury, I didn't know she was pregnant. She came to me and told me. And then after that, we lost contact, so I didn't hear from her anytime after that.
And did you know this other man that she tested?
No, sir. The first time I heard of him or seen him was when I first met Jojo.
So you had no contact with his mother until she was sick and she was going to die, and she reached out to you, right?
So something like that. I actually didn't know she was sick or anything. She did reach out to me and through Facebook or whatnot, and me and her and Jojo, you know, we met, we got together. I never knew that she was sick or anything. It really hurts to know that.
But Andrew, one of the things that Jojo gets upset about is that you didn't pursue anything after that.
He's right. You know what? He's right. He's right, and I have no excuse for that other than, you know, I'm going through my own stuff, and I mean, like I said, there's no excuse. I should have been there for him, especially after his mom died and knowing that. And then, Jojo, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I need help, and my mom is gone. I just really want it. I just want a dad.
And I'll be your dad. I'm here, man, no matter what.
Andrew, you think you all look alike?
Identical. I know my kids. He's my son. They all got my nose. They got my big old nose. I'm sorry about that, too.
So you have other children, right?
I do.
Did it make you feel different when you found out that his mom passed away?
Man, that lost me. That confused me more than anything, you know, because I felt like, to be honest, I felt like she was just trying to throw something on me because she knew she was sick, and you know that was the wrong thing to think. I wasn't right in the mind at that moment.
Anything you want to tell Jojo before we have the results?
Get ready to get this positive test result, son. I love you, and let's start this new life together. I know I missed a lot, but I ain't gonna miss anymore. I promise you that.
Let me ask you this, Jojo. If we prove that Andrew is your father, can you forgive him?
Yes, I can. May I say something first?
Sure.
Andrew, would you honestly be interested in building a bond with me for all the years that we missed?
100% definitely.
Okay. In the case of 18-year-old Jojo, Andrew, you are the father.
Yeah, I knew it. Cool. Wow.
Jojo, you're not alone. You're not alone anymore.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank you very much, Maury.
Thank you, boy, so much. Thank you.
Okay, so now, how many siblings does Jojo have, Andrew?
5.
You're definitely not alone, Jojo, now.
Nope. He's gonna be
Thank
very
you.
busy meeting them all.
Great. Thank you all so much. This has been
Thank
my
you.
pleasure. More than anything.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so much.
Thank you. You are not the father.